already 13 movies in the X-Men series, and you haven't started yet? Then, now's your chance to dive in by following the right order. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before jumping into more details, I'd be grateful if you could support my content. I'm working hard to make enjoyable videos for you. If you want to show your appreciation, you can use the super thanks feature. And thanks a lot. Anyway, watching these movies can be done in many ways. While you could just watch them as they were released, more on that at the end of the video. I've set up the 13 films to sort of follow a big timeline. This helps you experience the X-Men story from the beginning and see how each character's journey unfolds. And guess what? With the X-Men entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe and mutants in the MCU, it's going to be even more exciting. Without any further ado, let's start with the chronological order. By starting with X-Men First Class, a prequel that explores the early years of Professor X and Magneto in the 1960s, depicting the origins of the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants. Moving on to X-Men Days of Future Past, combines original and newer X-Men in a time travel plot to save mutants' future. Set mostly in 1973 with glimpses of an alternate version of 2023, it's a unique blend of action and drama. Next one, X-Men Origins Wolverine. This one reveals Wolverine's past, covering the origin of his claws and key events from the mid-19th century to 1979. Hugh Jackman returns, and Ryan Reynolds debuts as Wade Wilson in Deadpool, making it a significant installment in the X-Men series. Now, X-Men Apocalypse. It introduces Apocalypse, the world's first mutant. Most of the story takes place in 1983. The X-Men unite to stop him from reshaping the world. The film explores power and responsibility with a mix of familiar and new characters. What about X-Men Dark Phoenix? It concludes the X-Men series, featuring Jean Grey's transformation into Phoenix. The story spans from 1975 to 1992, exploring themes of power and identity and marking the conclusion of the X-Men saga. It's time for X-Men of 2000. The switch from Dark Phoenix to X-Men isn't as smooth as in some other films. The first X-Men live-action movie fits into the timeline in the early 2000s. James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender played younger versions before, but Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen play the older Charles Xavier and Eric Lencher as Magneto in these movies. The next one, X2, X-Men United, take place shortly after the original. It follows a brainwashed Nightcrawler trying to harm the president. The film's end sets up the last stand and hints at the arrival of Phoenix in this trilogy. Now, X-Men The Last Stand. It's the first live-action Phoenix story, but second in the series timeline. It features Jean Grey's resurrection as the powerful Phoenix, challenging the X-Men in the final film of the original trilogy. It's time for the Wolverine, a follow-up to X-Men Origins, Wolverine and X-Men The Last Stand. It happens soon after the latter and introduces Yukio, who later appears in Deadpool 2. Let's move on to Deadpool of 2016. It's Ryan Reynolds' solo debut as Wade Wilson, separate from the mainline X-Men films, but in the same universe. You can watch it out of order, and it provides a good overall understanding of the franchise. Deadpool 2 comes next, and like the original, doesn't have a specific date and happens independently of the X-Men events. It includes younger X-Men and a nod to Logan, possibly set in the late 2020s. But it's Deadpool, so expect lots of jokes from this fourth wall-breaking character. Now you are ready for the New Mutants. It's set in the late 2020s, with a link to Logan. Like Deadpool, it tells its own story and fits well around this time in the movie series. Finally, Logan. It's set in 2029, featuring Wolverine and Charles Xavier in a world where mutants are nearly extinct. It's the furthest in the future in the series and serves as a great conclusion. That's everything for now. If you want to watch in the order they were released, here's a list. Feel free to take your time and pause the video. So, as far as we know, we are waiting for the X-Men to join the MCU. There are only 2 confirmed projects, Deadpool 3 in November 8th, 2024, and X-Men 97 for 2024, a revival of the animated series. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to give it a like too. Until the next one, have a wonderful day.